more like children than their children. And when they do, it's not the kids who are the problem, it's the parents.
Yeah.
For example, sometimes parents can look like this. Take a look. No!
You paid for that computer, number one. I mean, can't you just lock it into a drawer or something?
No, why are you taking money and just setting it on fire?
Yes.
Plus the screaming in the background.
Yes, and recording it too.
Yeah, I find that really, this seems like taking a lesson a little bit too far. If you ask me, like, I'm not sure what this child did, but I don't know if the lesson was beat it with a bat.
No, it can't be.
I don't remember my mother ever saying, when this happens in life, remember to get out your bat and beat it.
Yeah, but parents lose it, okay? But that's a whole nother level of losing it.
That is really losing it.
You know, I've lost it before.
That you have. No, I remember. I can tell you exactly when that happened. This is the call I got. Girl, you may have to come get this godchild of yours. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I hear in the background. No, girl, she shrugged me off.
Yes.
She shrugged me off. You were like crazy.
Let me tell you what you don't do in my house, okay? I am a black mama, all right? You don't roll your eyes, you don't shrug at me, you don't do none of that, okay?
She shrugged you off, right?
Yes.
Like you came up around her and she did like one of these?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, no warning.
Not today.
Nuclear level,
Not up in
extinction
here.
level event. That was an extinction level event. I had to be like, please put Abby on the phone so I know she's okay. I need to talk to her for just a minute. I just need to talk to her.
Roll your eyes, I'll roll them out your head.
See, still mad. And
Still mad. She was 6. That was 6 years ago.
Still
mad. Hot.
This is when, remember when I talked to you about journaling? This is why that's what I'm talking about. All right, we polled our Frangelistas. Have you ever lost your temper at an event with your child present? And 54% of you said yes. 46% said no.
Yeah, and 46% of you are kind of lying, okay?
I have seen this, and I mean, I was walking my dogs one day. I had 2 dogs at that time, Lucy and Dom, and this woman had 2 little kids. They're both under 5, I think. And one of them, we were across the street, a busy street, right?
Yeah.
Very big main street. And one of her kids got away from her and he just ran into the street, and he almost got hit by a car. Like a car had to slam on its brake, and it was terrifying in that moment because he was running towards the dogs. And she just grabbed him up behind, swooped him up, and hit him on his butt, you know, and then looked at me and looked. I could see all this guilt and panic and like shame, and I just went, you know what? It was terrifying.
Yeah.
I get it. You don't want to hurt your baby. I know you don't beat your child, but I was terrified too.
Yeah.
And like it's just one of those things that like I do think there's times when we're hard on parents about that, but then why are you beating up a laptop with a bat? That's a whole different.
That's a whole other thing.
That to me took like you got over what the anger was and then riled it up more.
Right. Well, to help us make sense of this topic that affects every single parent, let's welcome family psychotherapist Dilyse Diaz. Hi, Dilyse.
Hi,
Thank you for being here. So first of all, I have to ask about the reaction of that parent on that tape we saw.
Yeah, it was just a little bit out of control, don't you think?
You think so?
Just a little bit.
As a professional, was your first clue the use of a bat?
Yeah, no, not really.
Oh, see, you knew before that. See, that's when I picked up on it.
Right. Oh, did you?
Right?
Psychotherapist.
When I saw the bat come out, I was like, that's a problem.
Yes. But, you know, this kind of behavior, it's harmful to kids.
It's harmful to kids in so many ways. And you know, we look at that and we think, oh no, that parent's just crazy and out of control. The reality is, and that 46%, you were right, they were lying. Every parent goes through an episode or an event where they feel so much like losing control. The difference is not every parent actually goes as far as reacting and acting out their anger like this person did with the bat.
Yeah.
That was really out of control. What the really, really big concern is the generational effect that kind of behavior, you know, how it lasts with this child, because now obviously that person who beat the computer with the bat learn that kind of behavior.
Learn that lesson
from somewhere, right?
Yes.
What parents need to know, it's so important, is that we write the script for how our children are going to be adults.
And how they're going to parent their children.
How they're going to parent. That's right.
It almost seems like a kind of like torture.
Yes.
Have you ever had any clients that had they go that far?
Yes, sadly, that is not too uncommon because people really, they admit things that maybe to the public they don't really admit. Because behind closed doors, there's so much stress and so much angst with parenting because you're dealing with not only the children, but you're dealing with your own emotions. Like, so this person who beat the computer with a bat had no sense of self-control or self-care. All they did was react. And so, yes, I've had many people come in, and really it's so admirable when people reach out to get the help and say, let's do this differently. Let's break those generational ties of dysfunction.
How do you feel about, because we've noticed this a lot, that parents using social media, shaming their kids on social media, like with that got filmed.
And then posted. And posted.
Right.
So what that says to me is that parent, not only did they think this was the right thing to do, they felt so right about it, they posted it. Like, how do you respond to that, or what do you see going on there?
I think it's extremely sad. It's really insanity, and again, it's perpetuating the dysfunction that we want to change. We really want to do things differently. We want to break those chains so that we can actually have a more functional family, like that child would grow up and maybe learn different skills. So really, this is on the parent. This is on the parent.
How do we break those chains? How do we find our parenting zen,
Perfect question. Well, there's nothing zen about that video, right?
No.
So zen, what is that? You have to ask yourself, what is that? That's actually being able to stay calm in the midst of absolute chaos. Clearly there was something that happened that made this person flip, a switch to just go crazy. So the very, very first step, and this is just so easy and anybody can do it, is zip it. It's a very professional term. Just zip it.
That's
and
inside
literally remove yourself from the situation. That will 50% of the problem
You
can
believe
be
in this.
I'm a
avoided.
big believer in
She's a
this.
big believer
I'm a
in
big
that.
believer in any time that I feel myself and I can think in my head, everything I'm thinking of doing is completely not productive.
Absolutely.
I'll be like, you know what? I'm not hanging up on you and I'm not walking out on you. I'm walking out on me for a minute so I can be a better me.
See, I'm one of those. And another thing. Oh, and let me tell you something. This is off the top of my head, but I'm gonna throw this out there. This ain't for you. This is for somebody else. But you're gonna get it right now.
And 7 years ago, if we can go back to that.
That's right. That's right.
I think it's really like, what can you say to parents, like, what's a good way to do that? Because I look back now at my childhood looking at this, and I think that I recognize when my mother had one of those moments where she would be like,
we all have.
I am going to go upstairs. And I would be like, well, what did you think? And then I'm like, that was her calming down.
Here's the thing. We know in our body when something's coming. So the first step that anybody can do is start paying attention to their body. Because when you're mad and you're like, and another thing, well,
Pay attention
to where you're feeling it in your body.
That's right. Is your neck moving a lot?
Yes, like this.
Is your neck moving? Is it on roller?
When your neck's moving, it's like, well, that's my time to move on out.
Yeah, the finger goes up.
Absolutely.
Because I think a lot of parents think that they are parenting in that moment. I think a lot of people think that that's their best parenting is from a place of anger.
That's right.
On a place of passion in that way, that's inflamed. So you're saying remove the inflammation.
Remove the inflammation. What's happening is your brain is triggered to have this chemical reaction. It's from something historical in your personal life. It's not about the child in front of you at all.
Right.
It's actually something from your history that really stepped on a nerve.
That's
and
right.
you're just flying off of the handle based off of that, nothing to do with the child. So if you can remove yourself and if you can step back, zip it, remove yourself, like I said, it's 50% of the solution is to just stop the reactivity. Go, and it actually takes 55 minutes for your brain chemistry to calm back down, to actually think in your rational mind.
You know what? I've not
than I
got that
thought.
timing right a few times.
Yes. I need to add like 55 minutes.
You know what?
There
And
you
I
go.
say, maybe
There you
thank you, Dilyse, because maybe what you need to do, parents, is practice real quick. Mommy loves you very much, but she got to go upstairs for like
Right, I love
55 minutes starting
55.
now.
That's right.
That's
right.
Thank you, Dilyse.
Yes,
thank you for
absolutely.
being here.
Thanks so much
Dilyse Diaz, so much for joining us.
Meet Time with Frangela.